Welcome to the Archery Show and welcome to Russia's capital city, Moscow, for the season finale, the Hyundai Archery World Cup Finals. I'm Karim Bashir and joining me, former international archer Vanessa Lee. Vanessa, first let's recap on what this is all about. How did we get to Moscow?
Yeah, it's very exciting being in Moscow, but it was a long journey to get here. There's 4 stages: Medellin, Shanghai, Antalya, and Berlin. The winners of all of those stages get a straight ticket right to Moscow. Then it's based on ranking. So the next archers who are ranked the highest based on points and standings at the World Cups get a ticket here. Finally, there's a host invitation spot, and 1 spot in each category are representatives of Russia.
So 8 athletes in each of the 4 disciplines, and last night we had the draw. It was pretty exciting, a really great setup, a great location right on Red Square. Your highlights from the draw last night?
Off the top of my head, I can think of on the compound side, Natalia Avdeeva, host nation spot versus number 1 ranked archer Alexis Ruiz, who just stormed onto the scene this year. On the recurve side, I can think of Mete Gazos versus Kim Woo-jin. You know, that really, I didn't think it would be a quarterfinal match, but it was just luck of the draw. And I think it's going to be a very, very exciting match to watch.
And that particular draw is the winner of that Gazos and Kim match is probably the favourite to go through the bottom half of the draw, but really tough in the top half of that draw.
The top half is not going to be easier at all. You have Chef and Steve facing each other from the quarterfinals. So no matter which way you twist it, no matter which way you look at it, every match is going to be quite difficult because we have such talented archers here.
And we've got a couple of archers chasing a record 5th title as well.
Yes. And it's interesting because we have 1 compound archer, female, 1 recurve male chasing it. It's Brady Ellison, of course, versus Sarah Lopez. They're both tied at 4. So if either one of them wins, they're going to take the title of most record wins here at the World Cup final.
And Sarah could do it first tomorrow, and then is the pressure going to be even more on Brady Ellison, or is he going to be thinking more about just winning this World Cup final?
You know, if Sarah does it first and Brady does it the second day, at least you could say that she held the record for a day longer than Brady.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're very strong archers, very strong mentally. So I don't think they're going to be so focused on the record maybe, but they're going to be focused about the arrows that they're shooting.
I've got to be honest, I'm quite surprised about how relaxed everyone seems to be. All of the archers seem to be very content. There doesn't seem to be any nerves at all. Do you think that's going to change tomorrow and Saturday?
You know, it'll be interesting to see if it does change. It's a very exciting place to be right now. It's been a long journey for everyone to get here. So if they handle their nerves quite well, that'll be nice to see. But at the same time, if it's a little bit difficult, it's totally understandable. It's a very, very important big stage here.
Okay, look, I've got to ask you, mainly because my favourites have already been, or my tips for the titles have already been published on the World Archery website. Come on, put you on the spot. Who's going to win the 4 categories?
No! Am I? Oh, no. Oh. I have to pick? I have to pick.
You have to pick.
Let's start with recurve men.
The toughest one, I think.
Brady.
Okay.
Brady.
Okay.
I love everybody, okay?
2019 has been his year.
It has been. Yeah, I love everybody but Brady, okay? Recurve women. Man, Kang Chae-young. All right, the destroyer. Compound women. I'd love to see Danielle win.
First African to do it. That would be history being made here in Moscow.
It would be. And compound men. This is a tough one for me. You know, I'm a big fan of the Sultan of Smooth, Sergio Pani. I would love to see him win again.
Yeah, that would be quite a sort of romantic victory in terms of the field lineup. You've had a look down the range. Brilliant setup here. Just your thoughts initially on what's going on?
Absolutely incredible setup here. I mean, we have a World Cup stadium in the background. The athletes are absolutely loving the setup here. They haven't said anything negative. They've only said good things about the field. I think the organization has put a lot into the finals here, and I think we're going to have a great, great finals.
Well, the good news is Vanessa had a look at familiarization, which is going on right behind us. Let's go and take a look at what she saw.
So we're here on Familiarization Day. It's the one opportunity that athletes get before they're actually going to start competing on the finals field. There's no ranking round, there's no practice. They're here to compete, and this is the only chance they get before they have to shoot their matches. Athletes have only 30 minutes. They want to look at things like lighting, wind, anything that they might want to know before they actually shoot their matches. So let's hear from one of the archers themselves what they're looking for and what they're thinking about when they're shooting on a day like today. 오늘 소감이 어떠세요?
오늘 파이널 처음 왔고 이 경기장에서 처음 쏴보는데 경기장 세팅이 아주 잘 돼 있어가지고 운동하기 좋은 것 같아요.
감사합니다. So this was Familiarization Day at the Hyundai Archery World Cup Final. Let's hope these girls feel a little bit more prepared for their first arrows in their all-important matches. We are here with a man that needs no introduction, Mr. Kim Woo-jin. He has titles that'll go for days, and he's at his 7th World Archery World Cup Final. So we're just going to chat a little bit with him and get a better look at what he's like on and off the archery field. So welcome. 환영합니다.
네.
이제 7번째 월드컵 파이널 참석하셨는데 의미가 어떠십니까?
매번 참석하게 돼서 매우 기쁘게 생각하고요. 항상 이 경기를 뛸 때 언제나 이 관중들 앞에서 최고의 모습을 보여줄 수 있도록 항상 노력하고 있어요.
그리고 이 시합에는 가장 위험한 상대방이 있으십니까?
아무래도 가장 최근에 이제 좋았던 브래드 앨리슨 선수, 월드 레코드를 지금 세우고 항상 이제 상승세, 이제 하이 스코어로 많이 쏘는 선수니까요. 네.
김우진 선수가 원래 2016년에 올림픽에서 그 신기록을 세셨는데 브래디 앨리슨이 깨시고 나서 어떻게 생각하셨어요? 소감이 어떠셨어요?
일단은 생생력 깨졌다는 거에 즐겁지는 않았지만 또 다시 이렇게 생각해보면 또 다시 깰 수 있는 기회가 생긴 거니까요. 그렇게 생각했고 700라는 기록이 그 낮은 기록이 아니고 정말 하이스코어 기록인데 그거를 넘어섰고 더 그런 기록들을 만들어냈다는 것에 대해서 리스펙해요.
리스펙. 그리고 이 시합에는 배재현 선수랑 같은 브래킷에 있는데요. 혹시 만나게 되면 어떻게 긴장 더 하실 건가요? 아니면 어떻게 하실 거예요?
지금 뒤편에 보이는 이 박스 안에 들어가면은 선수 대 선수입니다. 오직 경기를 위해서 승리가 주어지는 거죠.
그리고 별명은 고음이라고
네네.
많이 들었는데 왜 고음이세요?
이렇게 페이스, 얼굴이라든가 아니면 이렇게 바디라든가 피지컬이 약간 곰과 좀 닮았다고 해서.
그래요? 네. 그리고 한국에서 사시면서 양궁 안 하실 때 주로 뭐 하세요?
일단 드라이빙 하고 그다음에 무비 좀 많이 보는 편이고요.
네.
그리고 여행
어디 갔다 오셨어요?
저는 그냥 로컬로 그냥 국내.
그래요. 지금 양궁 선수 아니었으면 뭐 하고 있을 것 같으세요?
솔저?
솔저. 그래요? 군인?
아마도 그랬을 것 같아요, 느낌이.
그래요. 그리고 이제는 빠른 질문
네.
이제 물어볼게요. 가장 먹고 싶은 음식?
된장찌개?
가장 좋아하는 색깔?
노란색.
콤파운드는 쏘고 싶으세요?
추후에 나중에 쏘고 싶어요.
가장 좋아하시는 외국 선수?
여자요, 남자요?
둘 다.
남자는 그냥 브래드 앨리슨 선수 항상 잘 쏘니까 여자 선수는 그렇게 생각해보진 않았어요.
가장 좋아하는 가수?
가장 좋아하는 가수는 요즘은 엠플라잉. 한국 그 K-팝.
그리고 가장 좋아하는 영화?
영화는 패스트 타임 퓨처.
Okay. 감사합니다. All right, thank you so much for joining us here. We're gonna switch over to the other side of the field and take a look at Braden Gelantine, world-ranked #1 archer, and his journey to get here.
I'm a good archer because I spend a lot of time practicing. I'm a perfectionist in everything that I do. I don't settle for a 9 ever in practice. If I go to the range and I shoot, a 7.15, I'm trying to find those extra 5 points. So I think never settling and just my drive is what makes me who I am. It's exhausting every time I go to the range. It's a never-ending process of work and restructuring my shot process, my mind. It's constant. It's a constant struggle. I started archery when I was 12 at a Cub Scout camp. It was something that I did for fun. I wasn't any good at it, but I enjoyed, sending arrows at the target. My father and I got into it together at a father-son camp. We shot leagues on Sunday afternoons. It was a lot of fun, and that was kind of where I got my love for archery. When I started working with Terry, I went out to his house for a weekend training camp, and my previous best score was like a 593 recurve 10 on a double Vegas round. And the first 60 arrows I shot with him after, working with blank bail and getting things figured out, I shot my first 600. So it was kind of like, that was the moment where I realized that I was capable of doing this, and that was kind of the turning point in my career. He taught me how to compete, how to drive my bow arm at the target, and just how to succeed, how to win. My international archery career picked up when I was 16, 17 years old when I qualified for the Senior World Championships in New York City. I went ahead and qualified third, which was insane. I had zero expectations going into the tournament, but everything just went flawlessly for me. We shot in Central Park, so it was cool. It was weird to be in New York City shooting archery. But it was America, and it meant a lot to me there. The team rounds and stuff, we had one of the best teams we've ever fielded. It was Dave Cousins, Rio Wild in their primes, and a young guy like me. And I just battled my way through the matches, and I finished third individually as well. We won the team gold. I couldn't have imagined a better start to my international career. And from that point on, it's been just what's driven me to succeed and driven me as a goal is to just be a perennial member of the U.S. Archery team. When I was up there shooting, I wasn't really worried about the world record. It was the last thing on my mind. I guess a little bit of wind came up from the left that I didn't notice. I made a very good shot. I thought it was in the middle, but missed by a couple inches off to the right. But next time. 2003 to 2007, I would say, was kind of my breakout era of archery. I was, the young guy. I didn't understand fear. I didn't have expectations, but I was just out there shooting my bow and I was loving it. I mean, in that time, I won world championships. I went to my first World Cup final. I did archery. I lived it.
And another fine shot from Braden Gelantine to finish, but he knows that's probably not going to be enough to hold off Dominique Genet the way he's been shooting.
After that, I kind of went through a period of time where I knew I was capable of it. I had those successes, but I was struggling at recapturing it. Then again, from 2012 to 2015, again, I was winning. I was doing me. I was just having success, being the archer that I wanted to be, and everything was spilling over into life.
Braden Gelantine has done it.
I feel like 2016, 2017, I was lost. I didn't really have a shot. I didn't really have a drive, and it was just I was still there. I was so close, but it was just, man, something was holding me back. I think that it all started with me trying to get back to that 2003-2007 Braden. And I remember a specific match in Turkey. It was a 124th match against a shooter. And I was dead set on having that form, that shot, that aggression. And my first 4 ends, I think I was down 3 points. And I was like, what's going on? I'm trying to get that back and it just wasn't happening. I think that was the turning point where I realized that I wasn't that person anymore, and it wasn't good for me to try to channel that for competition. And that was kind of when I found peace with being a little bit older and having a little bit more confidence and a little bit more comfort in those situations, and that was a real turning point for me. The last 2 years, I've been me again.
Look at that. He's done it. What a result for one of the most decorated archers of all time. This is his 6th World Cup final appearance. He's taken a medal in every single one.
Needs a 9. Yeah! Oh, shoots another 10. Absolutely perfect score 3 times in a row.
Braden Galantine wins Nîmes 2019. He's won that again, just like the poster up there.
I think the biggest change over the years has just been confidence and comfort within myself. I'm comfortable with myself as an individual, as a competitor, and those things spill over into sport. And you just kind of, you go out there and you do what you do. And if things aren't working, you find a way to make them better.
Now it's time to have a chat with Mike Schlusser. Mike, thanks for joining us here. Let's go right back to the beginning of the season where you booked your place here in Moscow by winning in Medellin. Tell us about that.
Came really fortunate because I knew, because of like a lot of competitions clashing, I knew that I was going to skip Shanghai to shoot other competitions. And when you book in like your ticket already so early in the season, you can already like have some like peace on your mind, because like it's not something you need to fight for all season long. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so and it was a great performance there. You beat Braden Galantine in the final.
Yeah, I felt like that tournament just went, everything went right, like nothing went wrong. I felt like form was there, mental was there, everything was there at that moment. So I felt like I had really high scores, really good qualification, and I really felt good there when I left.
It's your 5th consecutive World Cup final that you made when you had gold medal in Odense in 2016. How are you feeling about the brackets, and what's your mental game for getting all the way to the end?
I think you just need to keep it like as close to the middle as possible, because it's a really tough competition. It doesn't matter, like even with the draw, you don't know your opponent until like yesterday. Still, like, but it doesn't matter that much because all the top 8 can win the tournament here. So I feel like the draw doesn't matter that much. You just need to bring your own A game on and then hope that you have an opponent that doesn't have his A game. And it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, I love that approach. I'm just going to have a little bit of fun here, if that's okay with you. We're going to do a quick fire. So I'm going to ask you some quick questions. Just think about whatever's on the top of your head and just spit it out for me, okay? Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite food?
Pizza.
Favorite movie?
Avengers.
2 people to shoot a team round with, not Netherlands.
Not Netherlands. Croatia, Rio, wow.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Well, back to the serious stuff. You're on great form at the moment. You just won the European Games title in Minsk.
I feel like that's there. Like I've been shooting all year long, really consistent on a really high level. So I feel really confident coming into here. I feel like that I made really big steps on my mental game, and I think like if I can keep going like I did this season, I can really do good things here.
And what do you think about the setup here in Moscow?
I just looked at it and it looks really like a really nice venue, so I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people to cheer for us, and it's going to be cool, I think.
Well, look, thanks very much for joining us. We know you've got your familiarisation coming up very shortly, so we appreciate your time.
No worries at all. Thank you for having me.
Well, that's Mike Schlosser, but now it's time to have a look at one of the most experienced archers in the field here at the Hyundai Archery World Cup Finals, Sophie Dodemont.
J'ai commencé donc à 7 ans, à la mort de ma mère en fait, tout simplement. Mon père s'est retrouvé tout seul, il faisait du tir à l'arc avant et pour pas nous laisser tout seuls, lui, et puis pour lui aussi, il a repris le tir à l'arc et il nous a emmenés, moi et mon frère. J'ai mis beaucoup de temps. C'est vrai que quand j'étais jeune, c'était vraiment une obligation de suivre mon père. Et puis, plus ça va, plus je l'aime, ouais. C'est pour ça que je reviens régulièrement. Je pense que j'ai appris les bonnes bases dès le départ. Et ces bases m'ont servi et en classique et me servent encore aujourd'hui en arc à poulie. Donc, ouais, voilà, je pense que j'ai eu les bonnes bases dès le départ et en tout cas ce qui me convenait bien. Quand j'ai commencé, il n'y avait pas beaucoup de jeunes filles qui faisaient du tir à l'arc. Donc j'ai vite fait des championnats de France. Et puis au fur et à mesure, je suis rentrée en équipe de France en 1990 pour faire les championnats du monde junior. Donc c'est vrai qu'à partir de ce moment-là, il y a l'enjeu, il y a la fierté de porter le survêtement France. Pour un sportif qui fait un sport olympique, les Jeux sont vraiment le rêve. Et c'est vrai que moi j'ai raté ceux de 92 et de 96, d'avoir eu la chance de pouvoir faire ceux de 2008. Donc voilà, j'ai saisi cette chance. Et en plus, ramener une médaille, c'est tout simplement un rêve que j'oublierai jamais. C'est le rêve du sportif, je pense, les Jeux Olympiques. Et donc voilà, ça sera gravé. Au départ, je ne pensais pas pouvoir arriver à ce niveau-là. On m'aurait dit que j'allais être championne du monde ou j'aurais pas cru. Je pense pas que j'ai un rôle en particulier. Maintenant, je sais que par mon expérience et ma longévité, je pense que je peux servir de modèle, alors même si j'aime pas ce mot, envers les jeunes. C'est vrai que de plus en plus les jeunes viennent me voir en me posant des questions sur ce qui se passait avant, comment gérer les choses. Donc, voilà, j'essaie de garder mon rôle d'athlète et effectivement partager mon expérience, et si je peux aider, je le fais volontiers. C'est vrai que cette année, j'étais un peu surprise quand on m'a annoncé que j'allais à la finale, parce que voilà, sur mes lignes, je perds au premier tour. En Thalia, je crois que je ne marque pas de points. Donc c'est vrai que ça a été une année un peu compliquée pour moi. Après les championnats du monde, où ça avait été un petit peu mieux, donc on a pris la décision que je vienne pour que je joue quand même mes chances pour la finale. Et puis voilà, et je suis qualifiée pour la finale, ce qui, voilà, c'est vraiment une belle récompense du travail quand même qui est accompli, qui est effectué tout le temps, quoi.
Sophie Dolemont has done it. Flair and style.
Has taken the gold medal here in Berlin.
Yes. Forcément une très grande importance, puisque ça fait plus de 40 ans, presque 40 ans que j'en fais. Donc ça a une vraie importance. Même quand j'ai arrêté le haut niveau, je revenais régulièrement. Enfin, j'ai continué le niveau national, j'ai jamais complètement arrêté. Je pense que je suis beaucoup plus en forme que quand j'avais 30 ans. Donc moi, c'est vrai que je me suis vraiment poussée à faire du haut niveau. C'est aussi être sportive à côté et faire en sorte d'être opérationnelle ou d'être compétitive. Maintenant, sur ma durée, sur ma longévité, on dit que le tir à l'arc, c'est un sport qu'on peut pratiquer à n'importe quel âge. Voilà, je le prouve.
now it's time to have a chat with Daniel Wenzel from South Africa. Daniel, congratulations for making the World Cup finals here in Moscow, and you did it in quite some style.
Yes, only going to one World Cup and winning. I'm really happy about the result though.
Yeah, and you beat a couple of people who are here as well, en route to that title in Antalya.
Yes, I know every day is a new game, so if you have been up against another opponent, yes, it makes you, okay, I've been, but every day is a different day, so you can't tell by previous, okay, I've shot against it, it's fine. You still have to bring your A game every time.
And what did you think about the draw last night?
It was fun. I didn't know what to expect at all, and how they did it, it made it like no one knew what was happening really, and it's exciting. It keeps like you can't like really prepare and like mentally, but you get, that's the thing. And anyway, you just have to focus on your own game. So whatever the draw ended up being, it's fine.
How does it feel to be the first female South African at a World Cup final? I know one of your coaches, Seppi Cilliers, he actually had a silver medal a couple of years back.
Yes.
But how does it feel?
It feels awesome. Seppi's the first male and I'm the first female, and he's my coach. So it's like I don't know, sharing it with him, the first place spot feels awesome. I'm just enjoying it. I hope I'm not the last, and I hope it won't be my last time.
Well, you could be the first African to claim the title.
I could. Well, in 24 hours, I'll tell you what's the outcome. That would be great. I won't mind having that again under my name. Before that, before we jump the train, I'll focus on one arrow at a time.
You've had a chance to shoot here, had a bit of familiarisation. What do you think of the range?
I think they did tremendous work. I think the range looks spectacular. I know you guys put a lot of work in it, and this place looks amazing. And I've shot my arrows. It definitely went better here at this finals than it went on the practice range. I just think it's about focusing a bit better. So I hope I can carry that on to tomorrow.
Well, now it's time for a little bit of fun and Vanessa's quick fire questions.
Quick five.
Yeah, you have no idea what's coming. Neither do I, but we'll figure it out.
Okay, great.
Favorite food in the world?
Ooh, seafood.
Ooh, if you could be anywhere in the world, where would you be right now?
Vegas. I think I'm thinking about it because I've just spoken about Vegas.
So you're primed. Okay. Favorite person?
Favorite person? Oh, I can't say my dog.
Okay, that counts.
I'm going to say my dog. She's a person.
Okay, what's your dog's name?
Maggie.
If you could shoot team round with two other international archers, then who would you shoot with?
Mike and Jimmy. I want to shoot with them.
Nice.
Oh, should I have said a girl?
That's okay, you can pick girls too.
I thought, okay, yes, no. That's a quick 5 answer, so.
All right, so we have something new. It's like a 1/3 mixed team round with Danielle and 2 males. It's perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
You can bring it in. I'll shoot with anyone, really. Mixed teams are fun.
Have you ever thought about shooting recurve?
I have a recurve, but it's like a secret.
Well, not anymore. Or keep that a
Why is it a secret?
Because I've tried shooting it and it's really difficult.
Well, I started shooting compound and I wasn't a very good recurve archer, but I'm an even worse compound
Okay,
archer.
so maybe we can teach each other something.
Great.
And both of you can teach me quite a lot. I've only shot once and it was 12 metres.
No.
I think I hit the target once.
Well, that's the thing. I was only on 20 and I was just like, if it's so difficult on 20, I don't want to even know how it feels on 70.
Well, Danielle, thank you so much for your time. Good luck in the competition.
Thank you.
That's it from this edition of the Archery Show. I hope you join all of us tomorrow and on Saturday for the live action here in Moscow.